Hey everyone, it's me, Aries. Um, Someone's sent me a topic, and the topic was, "What are your pet peeves?" Hmm. So I was at work the other day, and this question was on my mind, and the answers came right through while I was at work. Isn't this funny? While I was at work, I wrote down a couple of things about what my pet peeves are. So let's get it started. All right. One of my pet peeves is people who cannot handle their job and expect people to always help them. People who cannot handle their job and always expect people to help them. Okay, this is the reason why this is my pet peeve. Okay, if you are on a job and you were trained to do that job and you pass the training to get out on the floor to do this job, you should be able to handle this job. I mean, granted that I have years of experience under my belt for this job, but other than that, you should be able to handle this job. And then when it gets too much for you, you're asking for help. But when you ask for help, you don't need help, is what I'm saying. Especially because it's little things that you can handle where you're like, can someone help me? Can someone help me? But you don't need help. And you act like you can't handle your job. Especially if I worked on what you're working on and I don't have any problems with it, why do you have problems with it? In other words, you can't handle your job. The training that you received didn't help. And now that you've been thrown to the lions, it's too much for you. I understand if you're new, but if you were a couple months in, you should have this down by now. But if you don't have this down by now, maybe it's time for you to search for a new avenue of work because you're just not getting this. So, I mean, that's why it's one of my pet peeves. Because if I can handle the job, you should be able to handle the job. I know everybody's different, but don't always be to where, especially if it's a slow night and you asking for help, it's slow. What do you need help on? See, okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. People who always play the victim. I have a problem with that. Okay, especially if the situation that someone calls you out on is because of you, but you play the victim. Oh this, oh that, oh this. No, you're the cause of the situation. So how the heck are you gonna play the victim? I don't understand, especially when you're the one victimizing people. I don't understand it. Because you got a problem with what's going on, and then you start chaos, and then when that chaos hits the fan, you back up and you play the victim. Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, la 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 la. No, 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 no. You started this, so why are you playing the victim? It's because of you that this problem is happening. And then you can't own up to your stuff? Are you serious right now? I don't understand that. That's why that's another one of my pet peeves. If I did something, I'm going to own up to what I did. I have no problem with that. Because if it was my fault, it's my fault. If I caused it, I caused it. See, that's why I don't have a problem. That's why I have a problem with people who always play the victim when it's because of them that the situation happened. I can't stand that. All right, next one. People who start chaos or mess within a job, friendship, or family. Everybody knows this person. Everybody. This person is everywhere. No matter where you go, no matter who family you go into, who job you go into, or what circle of friends you're in, there's that one person that always wants to start chaos and mess within the group. One. Sometimes maybe even two. But there's always one that's going to start chaos and mess within the group. And I can't stand that. Especially if the group as a whole is getting along so well, then this one person is dropped in and the group just explodes because of this one person. Are you serious? I can't stand that. Why? Especially when everyone is on harmony, la 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 la, and then you come in with your offbeat, off tempo, can't get the tune right, messing up everything. I don't understand. Especially, and then you causing problems where problems were not. Then you causing mess and chaos, trying to pretending like you everybody's friend in their face, asking them questions about everything, but yet you behind their back telling everybody what's going on. Oh yeah, Aries said this and that. Oh yes, this and that. No, I don't have time for that. No. Like I said, I have no negativity in my life right now, and I try to keep it away from me. You know, as hard as I try at work, it doesn't happen. Like I said, I got one person on my shift that is sort of causing chaos and mess within our group. So I try to, keep my happiness. Because you can always keep your happiness. I don't know. It's something about keeping your happiness. No matter what the situation is, it's something about keeping your happiness. Okay. I still go to my job, even though this one person might be there. I still go to my job and I work my job. Minimal conversation with this person, because really they are a non-factor in my life. So either way it goes, they don't sign my check, they don't clock me in and out, they don't answer my phones. Either way it goes, I handle my job. and that's about it. But I can't stand that person that's always going to start chaos and mess within a group, a friendship, or a family. Why do that? What do you get out of that? Is this entertainment to you? I mean, what is it? Okay, next one. People who always complain / negative people. This is what I have a problem with that. Okay. Especially if you're a person who has everything, but yet you complain about everything. No matter what it is, the wind could be blowing wrong, you'll complain about it. A piece of hair could be out of place, you'll complain about it. You can have one wrinkle in your shirt, you'll complain about it. I can't stand that. And then negative people are trying to have fun and be joyful and be positive. But then here come that negative person bringing the whole party down. People worse than Eeyore. I don't get it. What is it? Why people got to complain and be negative all the time? You shouldn't have to, especially if things in your life are good. Why are you complaining and being negative? Your life is good right now. What is wrong? And I just think it got to be something mentally going on to where this person has to complain and be negative all the time. And people get tired of that. Eventually, this person will be to themselves, because ain't nobody going to want to come around them unless it's somebody else like them. You see what I'm saying? So I don't get that at all. Okay, on to the next one. Grown kids. This is what I mean by grown kids. I'm not talking about kids I'm talking about adults. Well, people above the legal age who are supposed to be mature and adult about things, but still act like kids. Who are out of high school, maybe have mainly graduated or halfway through college. No, matter of fact, I'm not even going to put college kids in here because you know what? When you're in college, college is all about getting a life experience. So I'm going to leave the college kids alone. I'm going to leave them out of this. I'm going to leave the high school kids out of this. I'm talking about people who are out of high school and out of college who still act like they a kid. But they grown. About as old as me, still acting like a child. Are you serious right now? I don't get that. And one thing I mean by that is you're always blaming others for what's happening. But you can never claim or take. What am I trying to say? See, I'm losing word. I'm losing thought right now. My train is derailed. Hold on, let me get it back on track. People who cannot take ownership of their mess. Always blaming others. No, little boys and little girls do that. Little boys and little girls blame others for their mess. Adults take ownership of their mess. Okay? Little boys and little girls involve others in their mess. Adults take care of it themselves. Okay, that's what I mean by grown kids. They just can't get it right. Okay, they feel like people owe them something. Well, nobody owes you nothing. Okay, nobody on this world owes you nothing. And if you want to survive and live a life that you want to live, well, you better go out and get it legally, not illegally, legally. Because ain't nobody gonna want to take care of you unless you find you a dum-dum, a paymaster, a sugar daddy, a sugar mama. Then go ahead, do what you do. But other than that, people, take care of yourself. Okay, enough of that. Let's see, I already done touched on the next one. People who blame others for their situation. People who blame others for their situation and can't take ownership. I can't stand that. Don't get mad at others because of something you did. And you think that it's because of the other people that you're going through what you're going through. No, ain't nobody here to set you up. Ain't nobody here got a master plan against you. No. Nobody. It's you. It's you hanging yourself with that long. It's you hanging yourself with that long leash. Because people give you. Okay, I don't understand. You need to. It's called maturing and growing up. If you haven't faced some life lessons in your life, then most of this stuff you are not going to get. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. I'm gonna say that now, because what I'm talking about is stuff that people see almost every day, and most of the time you won't get it unless it happened to you or you experienced it personally. Well, that's what I meant by if it happened to you. If you experienced it personally or even in the third person, experienced it in third person with someone else. And last but not least, bullies. Bullies. Why? What? But then you have to understand, okay, most people bully is because they're getting bullied or something's going on in their life to where they feel they have to be dominant over others. Okay, reason why I say that, because when I was in school, I was bullied. believe it or not. Yeah, I was bullied. I was bullied in elementary school. I was bullied in middle school, but I wasn't bullied in high school. But I was bullied in elementary and middle school. I don't like bullies, but when the people that were bullying me, I found out some things about them and understood why they were doing what they were doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've stood up to a couple of those bullies too. I'll give you, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a story about one. Okay, wood shop. I say my eighth grade year, wood shop. Um, I was I was walking from wood shop, and this boy was behind me spitting on me. I didn't know he was spitting on me, and then because I had my jacket on my back, so when I took my jacket off and felt this spit on it, I was like, ew, who did that? And everybody told me who did it. I was heated. I was 500 degrees. Do you understand me? When they told me who did it, I asked people what classroom he was in. I grabbed my good wooden brush that I brushed my hair with. I walked to that class and I asked him, why did you spit on me? Why did you spit on me? What was your purpose for that? Don't lie to me. Why did you spit on me? And I came across his face with my wooden brush. Whop. Why did you spit on me? Whop. Why did you spit on me? And all he could do was cry and say he was sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Da, 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 and all this and that. And ever since then, he never messed with me again. Matter of fact, he basically tried to become friends with me after that incident, but I wasn't having it. And on my T-shirt, because I didn't get a yearbook, so I took one of my T-shirts from home and had everybody sign it. And on my T-shirt, he said, "Sorry for spitting on you." So either way it goes. In the end, I mean, I stood up to the boy, but he was I. And then I later found out he was going through some things in his home life that he just couldn't deal with, by some of his friends who told me. Um, Most of the time, people are being bullied, and you don't know what's going on with them in their life, especially and most people tend to try to pick on the weak. But why are you picking on the weak? Because this weak person may not be as weak as you think. This person may be strong intelligently and can help you get better grades. This person you think is weak may be strong, I say spiritually, and it can help you get closer to what you're trying to get closer to. Sometimes you picking on a person that can help you out in the future. People don't think about that. You can be picking on a person that can help you out in the future. Have you ever thought about that? Because most of these people that are being bullied on might be set up for success. I say might. Not all of them. But some of them might be set up for success. Because those who let the bullying get to them and tend to end up with psychological problems. And that's from me living out in this real world and seeing the effects of bullying on people. Why do you think some of these people walking up in schools or people walking up in movie theaters shooting people is happening? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time those people were probably bullied. Or a disgruntled employee. Other than that, yeah, these are my main, some of my pet peeves. I probably have more, but I haven't really sat down and really thought about more. I can, one off the top of my head. Parents who do not take care of their kids. I understand if you're dealing with a situation, i.e., alcoholism, i.e., drugs, and you don't want your child to be affected by that. But either way it goes, your child is still being affected by that because you're not in the real parent is not in their life because you are letting this alcohol or this drug take you over. Um, or or you just don't want to be in a child's life. You just want to go out and have your fun because of this child. You think you're not going to stop what you're doing. Well, you should have thought about that. I'm not going to say the rest. But I'm not. Okay. What am I trying to say? I'm getting too controversial. Well, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm trying to say. If you have family that's there for you and can take care of your child while you are absent, I'm good for you. I'm happy for you. But we have to think about these kids that are in the system because of parents doing things. Most of the time, these parents are doing things for their children, but most of the time most of these parents are doing things for just because of them, so they could get what they need. And then their child gets taken away and put in the system. I feel for those kids. Even though some of those kids may find a happy home, some of those kids may end up not finding a happy home and end up in a situation. Some of those kids may grow up in the system and come out as adults with mother and father issues because their mother and father was not there. So, but they tend to make families within the system, from what I see, become friends with people within the system and remain friends when they're out. But a child wants their mother and their father. They want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to love you. But if you're not there when they're grown, it's basically almost too late. But some adults will forgive you and try to have a relationship with you. But, okay, I'm going to get off this subject. All right. I'll let y'all know what my pet peeves are. Let me know a little bit about y'all pet peeves. All right. Now, I want y'all to like this video, subscribe, email me, even share. Get me out there. Come on now, let's get this audience big, okay? Like I said, like, share, subscribe, email me. AREI3SMAR5@gmail.com. All right, words of encouragement today. If no one else tells you you're beautiful today, I'm going to tell you. You're beautiful. You're lovely. And you are pretty. Do what you do. Because only you know what your beauty is. Even if you think others don't see it, you see it. And that's all that matters. So like I say, look at yourself in the mirror and you smile. And you tell yourself, I am lovely. All right now. Peace.